Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about combination of thin lenses in contact. We will talk about the effective focal length of combination of lenses. We will talk about the net power of lens combination, and we will talk about the combination of thin lenses with an example. We will do one example, one numerical based on this concept. So here, consider two lenses. Consider these two as two lenses, A and B. These two are convex lenses. We have taken two convex lenses, A and B. They are placed in contact with each other. Okay, now let F1 be the focal length of this lens, convex lens A, and let F2 be the focal length of this convex lens B. Now, let the object be placed at a point O beyond the focus of the first lens A. Okay, a convex lens will have two foci, no? So, this object is kept beyond the focus, which is on this side of the lens, okay, of this convex lens A. Now, the image, this will form an image, no? The first, this convex lens A will form an image of this object, no? So, the image formed by that lens A, that is actually the lens, convex lens A produces an image of this object O at this particular point I1. Okay, that is if we are considering only this lens A, convex lens A, then this would have, that is if there weren't this lens B in contact with this lens A, then the convex lens A would have formed an image of this object at this particular point I1. Okay. So, this image is actually a real image and it serves as a virtual object for the second lens B and produces the final image at I. Since the lenses are thin lenses, we can assume that their optical centers of the two lenses coincide, that is occurring at the same point. So, let that point where the optical centers of the two thin lenses coincide be P. You have to think three-dimensionally, then only you will get that concept. Okay, these two lenses are very thin lenses. We are talking about the combination of thin lenses. And these two lenses, since they are very thin, we can assume that their optical centers coincide at one particular point. That point is P. Okay, now we have the lens formula. What was that lens formula? We have discussed about lens formula in our previous video. No, I will provide the link in the description box. So, if you want, you can watch that. We have discussed about the lens formula, lens maker's formula in our previous videos. So, for the lens formula, according to the lens formula for a single lens, we have 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. This is a general lens formula. That is, this lens formula is not only for the convex lens, it is for the concave lens too. Okay, this is a general expression. This is a formula which is in general applicable for both convex and concave lenses. Alright, so here we have the lens formula 1 by f equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 1. That is, for a single lens, this is the lens formula. Okay, where f is the focal length of that lens, v is the image distance and u is the object distance. Alright. Now, for the lens A, here we have two lenses in contact. For the lens A, this lens formula can be written as what? F1 is the focal length of this lens A. So, 1 by F1 is equal to 1 by image distance. This actually forms an image at I1. So, the image distance means the distance from the optical center to the image formed now. So, this distance is taken as V1. Okay, so here we can write V as V1 minus 1 by U. U means object distance. See, for the first lens A, object is kept here. So, the distance from the optical center to that object is U. So, we can write U. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 2. Now, for the lens B, if we consider the lens B and we are applying the lenses formula. So, for the lens B, F2 is the focal length. So, 1 by F2 is equal to 1 by image distance. For the lens B, image is formed here. So, image distance is from the optical center to this particular point. That distance is taken as V. So, 1 by V minus 1 by object distance. Actually, the image formed by the first object is here. That is a real image, and that image actually acts like an virtual object for the second lens B. Okay, so object distance can be taken as this distance, that is V1. Okay, I'm taking this as equation number 3. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add these two equations, that is equation number 2 and equation number 3. So when we add equation number 2 and equation number 3, we can write 1 by F1 plus 1 by F2 is equal to 1 by V1 minus 1 by U plus 1 by V minus 1 by V1. Right. Now you see here we have plus 1 by V1 and here we have minus 1 by V1. They cancel each other. So we have 1 by F1 is equal to, 1 by F1 plus 1 by F2 is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. So 1 by V minus 1 by U, and I am taking this as equation number 4. Okay, now for a single lens, we have this as the lens formula. 1 by F equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U, where F is its focal length, V image distance, and U object distance. Alright, now here for a combination of two lenses which are having the focal lengths f1 and f2 respectively, we have this formula 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. So while we are comparing these two expressions, you see 1 by f equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u, that is the first equation, and this equation number 4, 1 by v minus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2. So while we are comparing these two expressions 1 and 4, we can write what? 1 by f is equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 5. Alright, so we got the equation 1 by f equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2, where this f is the effective focal length of the combination of two lenses. That is, if the two lens system is regarded as an equivalent, if it is regarded as equivalent to a single lens of focal length small letter f, then we can write 1 by f is equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2. Okay, this derivation is actually valid for any number of thin lenses in contact. In general, we can have n number of lenses, right? We can have n number of thin lenses which are having focal lengths f1, f2, f3, etc. fn in contact. Then the effective focal length of their combination will be 1 by f equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 plus 1 by f3 plus 1 by f4 plus etc. plus 1 by fn. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 6. So we got the equation number 6 like this: 1 by f equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 plus etc. plus 1 by fn. That is, in general, there can be n number of thin lenses in contact. Okay, each lens will be having some focal length now. So we can write their effective focal length like this of the combination. Okay, now what about the effective power of the combination of thin lenses in contact? What is the expression for power? We have discussed about power of a lens now. I hope you watched that. I hope you remember that. I will provide the link in the description box. If you want, you can watch that. Okay. So, when we have discussed about power, we define power as a reciprocal of focal length. That is, P is equal to 1 by F. Alright. P is equal to 1 by F. So, we can write here 1 by F as P equal to 1 by f1. f1 is the focal length of the first lens in contact, which is in contact with the other lenses. Okay, so f1 is the focal length, so its power will be 1 by f1 will be what? Power of that lens. Plus f2 is the focal length of the second lens, so 1 by f2 will be the power of that second lens, that is p2. Okay, etc. plus p3 plus p4 plus etc. plus 1 by fn can be written as pn. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 7. So the effective power of the lens combination or the combination of thin lenses in contact will be what? P equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus etc. plus Pn. Alright. That is, the net power of the lens combination is the algebraic sum of individual powers. Okay, now what about the magnification? What about the magnification of the combination of lenses? The magnification of the combination of lenses will be the product of magnification of individual lenses. That is, for example, if M1 is the magnification for the first lens and M2 for the second lens and M3 for the third lens, and if there are n lenses, then into M4, M5, etc. Okay, so this will be the product of, this will be the magnification of the thin lens combination. I am taking this as equation number 8. So the total magnification of the combination of lenses will be the product of magnification of individual lenses. Actually, such a system of combination of lenses is commonly used in designing lenses for cameras, microscopes, telescopes and other optical instruments. See, equation number 7, the combination of lenses can be the combination of convex lenses, concave lenses, etc. We know that for convex lenses, power is positive, and for convex lenses, power is positive, and for concave lenses, power is negative. Okay, so in this equation, P equal to 1, P1 plus P2 plus etc. plus Pn, in this equation, some of the terms on the right hand side may be positive and some terms may be negative depending upon the nature of lenses used in the combination. That is, you can use a combination of convex and concave lenses. I mean convex and concave lenses. So, convex lens will have a power positive, concave lens will have a power negative. Okay, so the right side will have, some terms will have positive values and some terms will have negative values. Combination of lenses helps to obtain diverging or converging lenses of desired magnification. It also enhances the sharpness of the image. Now, let us discuss about one example based on this concept to make you understand about this concept very well. Now, let us discuss one example based on this combination of thin lenses. The question is, find the position of the image formed by the lens combination given in this figure. Okay, so here you can see one convex lens is here. Its focal length is given as plus 10 centimeter. Let it be f1. Okay. Then we have a second concave lens here. I mean, it's actually a plano concave one, no? Its focal length is given as minus 10 centimeter. Anyway, it is a concave lens. That's all. Its focal length is minus 10 centimeter. Then we have a third lens which is f3. I mean, which has a focal length f3 is equal to plus 30 centimeter. Then an object is kept here which is 30 centimeters away from the first convex lens. The distance between the convex lens and the concave lens is given as 5 centimeters, and the distance between this lens, second lens and the third lens is given as 10 centimeters. We want to determine the position of the image formed by the lens combination. That is, we want to know about the final position of the image. So, when we apply the lenses law for the first lens, okay, this is the first lens, second lens and the third lens. So, when we apply the lenses law for the first lens, what is lenses law? 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. Right. Then, for the lens A, I mean, I'm taking this as lens A, I'm taking this as B and this as C. So, for the first lens A, its focal length is f1. So, 1 by f1 is equal to 1 by, I'm taking the image formed by this lens as v1. Okay, to distinguish from others. That's why. Then image formed by the first lens, I am taking it as V1. Then object distance for the first lens, I am taking it as U1. Alright. So we can write 1 by F1 is equal to 1 by V1 minus 1 by U1. Now, from this expression we can write, we want to know about that V1 now, that is image formed by the first lens. So, for that I am taking this minus 1 by U1 to this side of the equation, that becomes plus. So, we can write 1 by V1 is equal to 1 by F1 plus 1 by U1. Alright, so we just wrote the lenses law and we just rearrange that formula, that's all. Now, we want to substitute values with by applying sign conventions. So, we can write 1 by V1 is equal to 1 by f1. f1 is the focal length of the first lens which is plus 10 centimeter. So 1 by plus 10 or 10 plus 1 by u1. u1 is the object distance for the first lens, that is 30 centimeters to the left side. Okay, so that must be taken as negative. So 1 by minus 30. Then we just want to do the cross multiplication, or you can make the denominator the same, no problem. 1 into minus 30 plus 1 into 10, 10 divided by minus 30 into 10 is minus 300. Alright, so this becomes what? Minus 30 plus 10 will be minus 20. Minus 20 divided by minus 300, that will be like 2 by 30. Okay, minus this will be minus 20 divided by minus 300. Minus minus becomes plus. Then 0 0 cancel. 2 by 30 means 1 by 15. Okay, 1 by V1 is equal to 1 by 15 means what? V1 is equal to, I am taking reciprocal on both the sides. So V1 is equal to 15 centimeters. It is plus 15. There is no negative sign here. That means it is plus 15 centimeters. What does it mean actually? The first lens forms an image at a distance 15 centimeters from the lens, from the first lens, and this plus indicates that to the right of the lens. So the lens, this first lens forms an image of this object somewhere here, which is 15 centimeters away from the lens. Okay, to the right of this lens. And that image, okay, will act as, or that image serves as the object for the second lens. Okay, the distance between the first lens and second lens is 5 centimeters. So the distance from the second lens to the image formed will be what? The distance between the first lens and the image formed is 15 centimeters. Then what about the distance between the second lens and the image formed? 5 centimeters over here, no? So the rest will be 10 centimeters. Okay, 15 minus 5, that will be equal to 10 centimeters. So that will act as, this image will act as, this image will be 10 centimeters. The image formed by the first lens, it is actually plus 15 centimeters away from the first lens. But the image formed by the second lens, no? That image will be plus 10 centimeters away from the second lens. Okay, because 5 centimeters over here, thus we have 10 centimeters. So that image will be 10 centimeters away from the second lens. Okay, so that image is at a distance of 10 centimeters from the second lens, and that serves as a virtual object for the second lens. That is the ray appear to come from it for the second lens. Okay, that is the image formed by the first lens will be at a distance of 10 centimeters from the second lens, and that serves as a virtual object for the second lens. That is the rays appear to come from it for the second lens. So for the second lens, the lens formula can be written as what? For the second lens, we can write the lens formula as 1 by f2 is equal to, that is f2 is the focal length of the second lens, equal to, I am taking v2 as the image formed by the second lens, and I am taking u2 as the object distance for the second lens. So for the second lens, we can write 1 by f2 is equal to 1 by v2 minus 1 by u2, and I just want to know about v2. So I am taking this minus 1 by u2 to this side, that becomes plus. So 1 by f2 plus 1 by u2. Okay, so 1 by v2 is equal to, what is f2? f2 is plus 30 centimeters. Okay, f2 it is given as, not plus 30, minus 10 centimeters. So minus 10 plus 1 by u2. What is that u2? 10 centimeters. No, that is the image formed by the first lens serves as the virtual object for the second lens, which is 10 centimeters. That lens is 10 centimeters away from that virtual object or that image formed by the first lens. So we can take that object distance as 10 centimeters. So 10. Alright, this is equal to what? 1 by minus 10 plus 1 by 10. That is 0. Okay, so we are getting 1 by v2 is equal to 0. That is actually 1 by infinity is equal to 0, no? So we can write what? 1 by infinity is equal to 0. So 0 can be written as 1 by infinity. Taking reciprocal on both the sides will give you v2 is equal to infinity. That is, the concave lens, it forms a virtual image at an infinite distance to the left of the second lens. Okay, because concave lens usually forms an image to the left of the lens, no? So it forms an image to the left of the lens, and the virtual, that forms a virtual image which is at a distance of, which is at an infinite distance to the left of the second lens. And this image, no, that will act as an object for the third lens. Okay, so for the third lens, we can write the lens's formula as 1 by f3 is equal to 1 by v3 minus 1 by u3. Then from the rearranging this expression will give you 1 by v3 is equal to 1 by f3 plus 1 by u3. So 1 by v3 is equal to f3, that is the focal length of the third lens, which is plus 30 centimeters. So 1 by 30 plus 1 by u3. u3 means this image is actually acting like an object for the third lens. So U3 is actually what? Infinity. 1 by infinity is 0. So this gives 1 by V3 is equal to 1 by 30. 1 by V3 is equal to 1 by 30 means V3 is equal to 30 centimeters. Okay, that is the image formed by the third lens. Image formed by the third lens means the final image. Okay, that is the final image is formed 30 centimeters to the right of the third lens. Alright, this is positive. That is why we are saying that to the right. Alright, so the final image is formed 30 centimeters to the right of the third lens. So, in this video, we have discussed about combination of lenses. We derived one formula for the effective focal length of combination of lenses. We got one expression for the net power of lens combination. We have discussed about the net magnification, and we have discussed one example related with this combination of lenses. I hope you understood this. Thank you.